Hello, everyone. How are you all going tonight? My name is Dara. You may know me as DJ Tiger Lily, and I'm so pumped because tonight you are watching the JBL Quantum Changemaker series. I am joined by Toby on the telly and Ezra Dixon from -18. We are going to be talking all things Trans Awareness Week tonight. We're going to be talking about -18 and what they do as a charity. We're going to be playing some Fall Guys, which I am really terrible at, but you can all laugh at my terrible gaming skills. And yeah, I'm going to be hosting this for you. So my name is Dara. You may know me as Tiger Lily. I have been an ambassador for JBL for the past 5 years, and I am super proud and super pumped to be with them again tonight hosting this Changemaker series for you. Make sure if you're not following JBL on Instagram and Twitter that you do that, because they're the best. So we are going to jump straight into it. Toby, hi, how you going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. Jealous of your makeup for being so creative. I did not do that.
I must confess, I don't think I could do it either. My partner did it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my partner needs to step up. So for those of those watching that don't know you, can you please, well, I'm sure they mostly will all know you, but can you please just, give yourself a little intro, tell us a little about yourself.
Of course. I'm Toby, also known as Toby on the Telly. I'm a YouTuber, a streamer, podcaster, and I guess just all round content creator. I'm also a trans woman, and I love using my platforms as a means to express and educate people on all things mental health and trans and all that stuff. And I like to use a kind of unique perspective on it as someone who's a bit younger than a lot of the people talking about it around.
You're amazing. I'm honestly in awe of you. What you're doing is so epic and yeah, just really, really cool. So I want to get like personal, deeper, meaningful,
hmm
straight up. Can you tell us about a bit about your trans journey? Maybe some highs, maybe a high and a low. And yeah, just give us like a little bit of a rundown on what happened.
Yeah, for sure. Growing up, I always knew that like I was a little different, I guess. And all of my friends, growing up, people around me and my friends always just assumed that I was a gay man. And I got to the point eventually where over time I kind of thought, well, if all these people think that I'm a gay man, I must be a gay man. And taking these outside influences and allowing them to influence what I'm doing internally, even though it went against and didn't make any sense with what I was actually feeling, it is like such a dangerous thing that totally happens all the time. And over time, with being exposed to people that make me feel more comfortable as myself, and being exposed to education of the trans space and all that stuff, I gradually over time figured myself out. And obviously, that's still something that's going to be endless because figuring yourself out never ends. But slowly and surely, I realized, where I was and what I wanted to be, and eventually decided after probably, I don't know, 8 years of just not really talking about it and kind of just being like, "Oh, I'll just live as a guy and it'll be easier." I decided, no, it won't be easier. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the step, even if it ruins my career. I'm gonna publicly talk about it because I think it's an important thing to talk about. And I decided to come out on my podcast to a couple million people and expected it was gonna ruin my career and I was gonna have to take a new path in life, but it turns out it did the complete opposite, and it was just complete and utter support from everyone in the audience. There was a couple of bad eggs out there, but there always will be, but so much less than I expected, and it just, gave me the courage and the, uh, excitement to kind of jump into the real me, I guess.
That seriously
So I
gives me
guess, like, the biggest
goosebumps.
high
Yeah, go on.
yeah, the biggest high was coming out on that podcast and seeing the support, and one of the biggest lows was how scared I was of, expecting it to ruin my career.
It gives me goosebumps thinking of Toby expecting it to ruin your career and then pressing, publish on that podcast and then just seeing, millions of people rally around you online. Like that is just
Yeah.
absolutely epic. It's Yeah,
It was
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah. So, Trans Awareness Week is obviously really important to you. I'd like to ask you, what do you think is something that you would like to see change in regards to trans awareness or trans visibility or trans issues in general over the coming few years? And yeah, what would you like to see change in the trans community and or, the community at large?
Well, I think that the biggest thing that things like Trans Awareness Week are good for is just education and just exposing people to things that they might not be comfortable with. Because I've always been a firm believer that most of the time when someone dislikes something, it's because they don't understand it. And people just kind of naturally, it feels, dislike what they don't understand and grow to kind of distance themselves from things that they don't understand. So I think that there's such a importance on education and exposing people to, this world that is so different to what they, were brought up with and what they have, known in their own life.
Yep, absolutely. For everyone watching and tuning in, prior to this stream, Toby, Ezra, and I definitely had a few catch ups and convos. And I think that for me, I can say that the education thing is so important because something so simple like language can be so powerful. And, I've learned that there's so much gendered language that I use totally unconsciously. And it's just educating myself and learning and then practicing and having a safe space to be able to practice and learn and ask those questions is, I think,
Yeah,
really important.
that's such a huge thing, that the safe space thing. Like people, it's important to understand that people are going to make mistakes, and it is safe to make those mistakes as long as there's no ill intentions around it, and it should be okay for people to learn.
Absolutely. I definitely think I'm nervous to make mistakes, especially, with a public forward facing career. But I think when you always ask questions and ask them with good intention and genuinely want to learn and better yourself and your approach to, life and to something, a topic so important like trans awareness, then, it's always really positive.
Yeah.
All right, Ezra, camera is on you. Hi.
Hello.
So you are the relationships manager at Minus 18. Can you tell everyone a little bit about what you do at Minus 18?
Yeah, so my role focuses particularly on like fundraising. We're really, really lucky to have support from everyone from individuals, like the both of you on screen with me here today, all the way through organizations like JBL who get behind us and support the work we do. Um, and there's so many different ways that organizations can do that, from partnering with us to sponsoring things that we do to fundraising for us or just making a donation straight up. All of those things are incredible helps for us. My area, like I say, is focused on fundraising and channeling that as a way to not only raise funds, obviously, it's in the name, but also to raise awareness. It's a really powerful tool to bring people together and have these conversations, like you're both saying, that are so important for education and awareness and understanding, and also for just breaking down barriers and showing people that talking about these things and learning about these things isn't as frightening as it needs to be or as it can seem at first glance.
Absolutely. And what I think is really amazing is when we see brands like JBL talking about topics like this and encouraging the wider community to have conversations like this makes me very, very, very excited. So speaking of,
Yeah.
100%.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Collective yes. Um,
Amen.
I would say a collective swear word yes, but I don't think we're allowed to swear. Um, so, Ezra, how would have a charity or an organization or a group, a support network like Minus 18 have helped you in your own trans journey? Would it have had an impact?
Oh, a huge impact. It was like what you were saying earlier, Toby, around like that very gradual journey and mostly being informed by the people around you. And the people around me growing up, um, the word trans was a dirty word, and so was being queer in any respect. But conversations around gender were even more taboo than conversations around sexuality. Um, and conversations around sexuality were so simplistic. You were one thing or you were another thing. One of those things was probably seen as better than the other. So it took me a long time to figure out my sexuality, and all the nuance that came with that, because it's not just one thing or the other thing. And with my gender, I didn't realize I was trans and non-binary until I was 25, and it was a huge shock to the system because I had never been given the language to talk about these things or to explore it. So I've had to do all of that in the last sort of 3 to 4 years, which has been incredible, and I've absolutely loved it. But if I'd had the resources of an organization like Minus 18 available to me to support me in unpacking all of that and coming to terms with it, um, I would have sailed through it a lot more easily. Not without barriers, of course. There are still definitely barriers, but with fewer obstacles than I did. And organizations like Minus 18 are a huge part of making a difference for the well-being and mental health of LGBTQI plus young people these days because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we jump into the first round of Fall Guys, I just kind of want to flag that like something I've learned from both of you is that language is such an important part of trans awareness in that it's a really important, I suppose, thing to consider to be a good ally, but also for, trans people to have the language to understand, how you're feeling, to feel empowered, and then to make sense of that yourself. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, definitely.
100%. It's those two sides of the coin, isn't it? Yeah. We need to be educated in ourselves to understand what we're going through and who we are, but also to know that the people around us have that information and that access to resources, so they can support us through it, so they can understand. Takes it down from like a 10 to a 2 in terms of the scare factor.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Fall Guys, round 1. How are we going to go?
I am terrified.
Same. For everyone watching,
Look, you got to get through it. You got to,
Yeah.
it's just got to keep looking forward, keep moving, and you'll get there.
It reminds me of like those old like midnight like game launches, like you used to go to where they'd launch the game in store and like be like a massive rush to go and get all the copies.
Yeah, it is. I can totally see what you're saying. Everyone just rushing to get to the end.
Relatable though, absolutely relatable.
Oh
For
my
sure.
gosh. I wonder, can everyone see our 3 characters kind of waiting to get into the game? Maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, we're getting there.
We're getting there slowly. So I'm the little pink jelly bean with the yellow lightning bolts. Toby is the egg with the rainbow mohawk. Is that right?
I'm a little unicorn hatching from an egg.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's way cuter than how I put it. And Ezra is a green.
I think I'm like some kind of adventurer, like spelunking kind of vibe.
Yeah, you do.
Which is cool. I won that costume in our little practice run earlier on, so I'm like, I'll try this out.
Oh, did you? I should have tried to get a funky costume too. All right, we're one off. Here we go. Drum roll, please.
Which one are we? Oh gosh.
Break
I don't
through
think we've played
doors
this
and
one.
race to the finish line. Some are real, some are fake. I have not seen this one before.
Okay, so there's a bunch of doors.
Yep.
And you'll jump into the
gosh.
doors. Some of them won't open, and some of them will.
Okay.
So you just have to hope that you hit the door that opens, and if you don't, you have to make sure you quickly adjust and go to the door that's open. But you can just follow the masses.
Okay, I think I'll follow the
my gosh.
masses.
Yeah.
All right. Love the motivational speech, Toby.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right.
Is someone carrying a piece of door with? You know what? I'm not even gonna laugh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm terrifying.
I think I am definitely coming last.
That's okay. Slow and steady can win the race.
Yes, I'm all about this slow and steady life. And I definitely like following the masses.
Following the masses is fantastic. You don't have to worry about making the wrong decision.
Woohoo! This is great. I'm loving this one.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Am I going to get to the
Did you
end?
make it through, Ezra?
I did.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
Did we all just get...
You did?
Oh, I didn't make it either.
Ezra got through.
Oh, Devo, I thought I got through and I didn't.
Oh no! I'm all alone!
Heartbroken.
I'm devastated. How am I going to get through this team?
All right. What have we got?
No pressure on me. It's everyone watches me do this.
No, you got this. You got this.
We want it to be one that we've played before. Please.
Or easier one.
Yeah. That one was
Oh,
quite
the
good.
pressure.
It
It's
must
taking
have
so
just
long
been.
to pick one.
Oh. Computer
How the
rising
frick?
slime.
Oh my gosh.
Do you
I need to do
understand that?
This is not going to go well, folks.
right.
Somewhere my year 12 math teacher is laughing considerably at me because...
So Ezra, do you know what you're doing?
Vaguely.
Okay, great.
Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, where's number 3? I am out, I think.
Oh no.
I am... Yeah, I got, like, the rising slime got me.
Uh-oh.
Well, this has been fun. Particularly for my maths teacher.
Okay.
I feel like this game was particularly confusing. I still don't understand what you were trying to do.
No, anything,
I
like I
have
said,
no idea.
anything that
played
involves
the-
maths.
Growing up as someone who
All
like,
guys can be confusing.
yeah, growing up as someone who didn't like game or have like computer games or, you know, anything like that in my life, I find it all very overwhelming and like nerve-wracking.
That's totally fair.
There's so many like noises, things happening, bright lights. It's overwhelming. All right, we're jumping into music. We're going to talk all about music in this little segment, which I absolutely love. Obviously, COVID is kind of changing and the landscape is changing and live events are happening again, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so exciting.
I know. I'm so excited to go and see some epic live events with JBL. Dua Lipa's coming. Woohoo! All right, so Toby, who would you love to see come to Australia and perform and why?
I've always been super into like pop punk and that sort of stuff. And I must confess, I came across this way later than everyone else. But when Machine Gun Kelly came out with some pop punk stuff, I absolutely loved it, and I would love to see him live. I was that person in my friend group being like, "Have you guys heard this?" But they all heard it years ago.
I feel like
but
that's me
I would
with
love
everything.
to see him live.
Yeah, that would be so epic. Do you have a favorite song at the moment?
At the moment, I really love Our Last Night's cover of Driver's License at the moment. I like pop punk covers of TikTok songs.
I'm gonna have to search that up on Spotify after this. I'm pumped.
It's fun.
Yeah, love a cover. Absolutely. All right, Ezra, what about you? Your favorite live performer or musician and why?
Oh gosh, has to be Troye Sivan. As a queer Jewish person, very close to my heart. I've seen him perform live twice, and he was incredible both times. Absolutely loved his music.
He's yeah, phenom. I've been obsessed with him for a long time as well, and his latest song is Angel Baby. The last one is just divine.
So good.
I know.
So good. And his music videos, oh my gosh.
Who is doing them? I feel like he's just such a stylish person. His whole team is on board with that look.
Can they come sort out my life? Because I need that. I really need that.
What song has got you through a tough time? I know music is, for me anyway, personally, like so linked to emotions and highs and lows. Do you have a song that got you through, you know, tough point?
Oh yeah, I would say again, Troye Sivan. Youth is one of my favorites. That song was a real upbeat, positive anthem for me, I think in my early 20s. Showing my age a little bit there. I absolutely love that song. It was my go-to walk to uni song. I might not have been as cool and composed as I thought I was, but it helped me feel that way.
Oh my gosh, I think my one is definitely Don't You Worry Child by Swedish House Mafia. Came out of a really nasty breakup, first love, devastated, thinking I was literally going to die of heartbreak in the car. Don't you worry, child. Thank you, Swedish House Mafia. So Ezra, what does -18 do to kind of combine music and support young queer and trans people?
So music's really, I think, a part of like -18's DNA. When we started 21 years ago, -18 really started off as safe party spaces, alcohol-free spaces for under 18 queer young people. And that's carried on through with our particular queer formal events. So we get a whole range of diverse and incredible artists in for each of our queer formal events in the various capital cities in Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney. Oh, sorry, Adelaide, Melbourne, and Sydney. We've got our next one coming up in Adelaide actually on 27th November. And I say in Adelaide, but it's in Adelaide in a 2021 flavour because it's online. So people from all over Australia can tune in if you're, I think, 18 and under. And the QR code you can see is right there. You can scan it with your phone because we all know how to do that now, and it'll take you to the registration. So you can sign up to come along to Queer Formal on the 27th November. Dress up, glam yourself up in your room, like you're going to prom, like you're going to the Queer Formal you never had when you were in high school, when you are in high school. Gives you a chance to really be yourself and express yourself and be with the people you want to be with at Formal on your own terms.
That's so epic. Before we jump in, I just want to say Queer Formal is like the best idea ever. It sounds like so much fun. Do you think that
So cool.
Queer Formal will be like in person soon as opposed to online?
Oh my gosh, please, yes. I
Yeah.
haven't yet been able to go to a Queer Formal in person since I started at -18, and I am so keen to get along to one. We're really hoping, I think, in 2022 that we'll be able to do that because obviously things are opening up again and we're going to be safe and COVID safe, but hopefully in person.
Can I DJ one?
Ooh, we'll have to chat about that.
That would be
Definitely.
so much fun. When I was looking on the -18 Instagram, which I love, everyone go give -18 a follow right now. They post really informative stuff. There's lots of really cool musicians and DJs and artists that you have on the page. It's really awesome to see. I definitely
Yeah.
followed some new accounts, stalked some new people, which is really nice to see, I think, because I don't know, me personally, I can just get into my own Instagram rut of not expanding my horizons or, following new people or listening to new music. So it's really good.
Oh my gosh, working at -18 has expanded my musical horizons so much. The youth, the young people these days have such incredible taste in music. And I'm sitting there with like the same Evanescence album from 2010. Now, Evanescence is great, don't get me wrong, but like it's good to refresh it a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, it's incredible. And they have such amazing taste.
I think the
They know all
difference,
the lyrics.
yeah, I think the difference between Gen Z and, millennials, let's say, is that we being millennials were fed, this is pop music and this is rap music and this is what you're going to listen to. Whereas Gen Z have just like had access to so much more, I feel, maybe because of like their exposure to technology and they're interested in, classical and punk and rock and hip hop and old music and new music. They're so diverse compared to, I know what like my friends and I listened to when we were young, which was just kind of what we were fed on the radio.
I was so top 40 growing up.
Same. I'm still top 40.
Look, same, 100%. But oh my god, yes, the music we have at Queer Formal is representative of that, like really, pardon me, oh my gosh, diverse range
All
of
right.
music that we can get.
We got to jump into game. Fall Guys, round 2. Here we go. Or game 2. Oh no, this is this
Oh gosh,
crazy
it's this one.
twisting pipe.
For everyone
You gotta
listening,
cut this.
I just dropped my mouse, everybody, so I'm doing great at this.
Just
luckily
keep swimming.
I've got a backup controller. Whew, we can do this.
We played this just before in a bit of like a test stream, and it didn't go too well. So
I mean, I'm terrible at walking in a straight line on like a regular flat surface on any given day. This is not playing to my strengths.
oh my gosh, I'm doing so well compared to last time. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Nice.
Ah, I spoke too soon.
Oh my gosh, I'm.
Ezra, are you doing well?
Oh no.
How you going?
I was going and then I was not, if that makes sense.
I know the feel.
Which, if that's not a metaphor, I don't know what is.
You just got to keep running.
I'm
I feel.
loving these.
Oh no.
The blue, pink, and white platforms, very topical.
Oh yeah,
Right.
look.
I splooted, but then I got back
Oh
up. I'm good.
no.
I'm good.
There's something about struggling at a game that is this cute that just hurts so much more than struggling at a game that looks
Right?
difficult.
Right? I think I'm going backwards, folks. This is
Oh
it's not
no.
working out.
Oh no. Oh yeah,
I'm showing. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Why I never did gymnastics in school. Even with just a remote control, I'm still not
Man.
good at it.
If your gymnastics look like this, I'm jealous of your school.
Look, fair,
Same. How much
absolutely
fun. I,
Although to be fair, like if the gymnastics looked like this at school, there would definitely be some health and safety complaints.
Yeah, I don't know if it would ever be allowed.
It's definitely a little risky.
Oh no. I'm feeling like I'm really struggling this time. Come on. Oh no.
Oh, I didn't
definitely
get it.
died.
I made it. I don't know how.
Nice.
I don't know how I did that, but I did.
Go, Ezra! Woohoo!
Nothing like working under pressure. It's what I'm good at. It's my skill set.
All right. What have we got
Hopefully
next?
we get a round that you have played before.
Not a
Get that
fruit
little
one.
advantage in there.
Oh,
I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this in my life.
jump
It's
through the
gonna be a
holes to
moment.
score
That's okay.
points. Toby, I thought you play this a lot.
No, I have played this.
Ah.
I do not play it a lot, no. And back when I played the game, it was very different. They've changed it
So
a
they've
lot.
updated it heaps, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sorry to insult you there.
No, my audience knows that I struggle at games.
Oh, no. I think I just got flipped off the side.
Uh-oh.
This again really feels like a metaphor for life.
Get up and you try again.
Exactly. There's a positive story here.
We love that. God, this is very difficult. This requires a lot of skill.
I have no idea what's happening.
I think you have to slide down, go through the holes, and then be catapulted onto that little, you know, like the pad, that thing.
Okay.
And then I don't know
keep
what you need to
timing
do
it wrong.
after that.
I keep timing it wrong and missing and just falling through the hole. I mean, through the crack. Through the...
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Ah, this is so
Mom, Dad, I hope
entertaining.
you're not watching right now. And though, to be fair, if they were, they wouldn't have any clue what was going on. So that's reassuring.
No.
I do know my partner's watching though, and I'm sure I will hear all about my lack of coordination later on. But I am a klutz. This is well known. This is well known. I say as I fail again.
I feel like it's. Did you get through?
Nope.
Oh, Demo.
Unlucky.
I am gone. Is that all of us at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, we really tried. I feel like, you know, we will get to the end round. Is there an end round? What happens? We've not got there before.
There is a final round, and if you win it, you get a little crown.
Ooh.
Like a real crown
mean,
or
I
a
do
crown
love
on
a
your
good crown.
character?
You get a crown that allows you to purchase fancy clothes that only winners can buy.
Toby, I literally thought you were just about to reach forward and bring out a crown. I've
I
won
wish.
one. All right, so we're going to be talking once again more about Trans Awareness Week. And Toby, I thought I would shoot you a few questions.
hmm
So obviously we've been speaking about language and how it is important as a tool. But I want to speak a bit about pronouns. Would you be able to give us just a bit of a crash course, a 2-minute rundown? I'm sure most people tuning in would know about pronouns, what they are and why they're important, but would love to hear from you about it.
Well, pronouns are interesting. I had a experience with pronouns where I didn't put too much importance on them. I thought that uh, you know, allowing the people around me to have that pressure lifted off them a little of, if you mess up, that's fine. You don't have to just do whatever's comfortable for you and I'll be fine with that. And originally that was fine for me, but over time as I sort of grew into the person I am today, I started changing my mind on that and now I really prefer that people call me she her. And that is just, it's basically people in the trans community and well, honestly, in any community, wanting to express how they would like to be addressed. And I think it's really important to have those out there and allow people to know exactly how they should be addressing you to make you feel most comfortable. Because it's hard to be an ally when, well, it's not hard to be an ally, but it can be hard to be an ally all the time when you don't know exactly what you're meant to be saying. And
hmm
it's just that's why it's great to have those out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Speaking of this, I feel like it ties in nicely to what we've just been saying. Family and friends are obviously by your side, supporting you through your journey. I'm assuming, or not assuming, were your family and friends great? And also advice for people approaching family and friends on this topic, saying, hey, I'm changing my pronouns. This is what they are. I can imagine there'd be some pretty difficult conversations and maybe some awkward slip ups. Yeah, have you got some advice for approaching combos like that?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously super hard to approach topics like that, especially with older members of your family. It can be super hard because they were just brought up in a completely different age. And I do think it's important for people having these conversations to realize that all these people brought up in a different age with all these different ideas on gender and everything. It is hard for them to adjust and get on board, and it can be hard for someone, as much as they want to uh, be an ally and be as supportive as they can. Sometimes it's just hard to kind of process through that. So I think it's important to uh, be like understand that people can be supportive in different ways,
Yeah.
and they, at the end of the day, they have the same goal as you of just wanting to love you and support you.
Yeah, that's so nice. I definitely think it would be really difficult for a grandparent who was brought up in a totally different world and generation to ask
Yeah.
to maybe wrap their head around some things, which is fine as long as it's kind of coming from a place of love and they're wanting to love you and support you through whatever changes
Yeah.
you're choosing to go through or going through.
And what one thing I think, it's okay to understand that if you know that you're gonna slip up sometimes, maybe it's fine as long as you don't have ill intentions. Something my audience will know is I even slip up sometimes when referring to myself. Sometimes just because for 22 years or so I referred to myself as he. Sometimes I'll be telling a story and talking about myself in third person, and a he will slip out just because it's what I was brought up doing, and it's just that little habit that sometimes slips in.
I really like that because speaking for myself, I want to be a good ally. And I think that, coming from a place of good intention and, if you do slip up or make a mistake, speaking about it and kind of being able to learn or, sorry, be seen and then learn and move forward, I think is really awesome and really important, especially when we are talking about awareness, which is, why this week is so important.
Yeah.
Um, Ezra, So, what are you most looking forward to about Trans Awareness Week?
Oh gosh, I mean, first of all, I've been so excited to join you both and do this week. It's been so exciting to know this is coming up. It's been building up to it all week. My partner, who is tuning in right now and watching the stream from the other room, has been hearing about it nonstop. But I'm also really looking forward to something that Minus 18 is putting on, which is our introduction to visible trans allyship session. It's being run by our workshop presenters. And you can still register. I think we might pull the registration card up, or QR code. But you can register via Facebook, and it's running tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Melbourne time. And tickets are available from $39 for and you can, there it is right there. So you can scan the QR code and pop over to Facebook and have a little look. Yeah, really, really
Amazing.
excited for that as well. I love the education work that our workshops team do. It's incredible.
Well, I can definitely speak on behalf of all of us in saying that from this conversation, one thing that keeps kind of coming up is education and how important it is for all of us to be educated, especially if we want to become and be a good ally. So that's really epic. Before we jump into another round of Fall Guys, I want to ask what other initiatives are supported by Minus 18?
Yeah, we do have quite a few different things throughout the year. So Trans Awareness Week is one of like our major campaigns. The other two are Ida Hobbit on 17th of May and Wear It Purple Day on the last Friday in August. And you can always get involved in any of those campaigns. We put out toolkits every single campaign. And then throughout the year, there's also Midsummer, Mardi Gras, Pride Month, which has been a really big one for me this year. It's basically non-stop from January through to about now. And we absolutely love it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. For everyone watching, head to the Minus 18 website. There are so many epic tools and links and, workshops and obviously things like Queer Formal. Like, I just feel like not only is your Instagram a bundle of resources that I'm personally loving, but there's obviously so much more on your website. So I definitely would encourage everyone to go check it out.
There definitely is. I've got 3 favorites, which you can find on our website on the articles page. What to talk about during Trans Awareness Week. So going back to having that conversation kind of question, what do I talk about? How do I approach this? That's a great place to start. And also, what is Trans Day of Remembrance, which comes on Friday the 19th of November, and it's a really, really important day in our calendar. And also, there are a heap of Trans Awareness Week digital resources. So if you want to make your Zoom background, for those of you who are still zooming into things, something for Trans Awareness Week, or put something on your social media, or anything like that, there's a whole heap of resources there for you. It's fantastic.
That's epic. I definitely want that to be my Zoom background. And it's great for social
100%
media as
recommend.
well, providing people with tools to be able to share stuff.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Treetop tumble. Are we ready?
We've done this before. We can do this.
Have
We
we?
have done this, yes. Ready.
I think
It's the one with the big frogs.
I think I watched you do this. Did I? Yeah, I
I
definitely.
think I got part way. I think I got pretty. I was okay with this.
I think I definitely watched you both play this. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a spinny thing this time.
Whoa.
Whoa, I am.
Uh-oh. Oh, actually, yes, I have
floaty.
played this one. Swim, swim, swim.
How you going, Dara?
Yeah, I just got past that the first wall.
Nice.
So, kind of getting beat up by these crazy sticky things, but that's... Okay.
It happens.
I just fell off, but let's keep going. Come on, we can do this. Concentration face is on.
There are rhinos? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't get hit by them.
It actually moved me forward. I'll take that.
All right, you got this.
Woohoo!
Go.
Okay, rhinos, we don't like them.
I just say the color scheme. I would love to deck out my house in all these different sort of like pinks and stuff. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Definitely
so
eliminated.
Did you get through, Ezra?
I did somehow.
All right.
I mostly
Great.
fell forwards.
All
Cheer
right,
squad
do
over
this.
here. Woohoo! Do either of you follow Flex Mummy?
No.
No.
Ah, her house is decked out in these colors. You have to check her out on Instagram. It's like neon, colorful, super fun, crazy, like acid drip things and DIY art everywhere. She's very cool. Her aesthetic is this game.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having my aesthetic be this game.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just gonna hope that my partner's taken a note of that and like I got a no from the corner.
Ezra, what are you talking about? No.
No, exactly. Apparently I am being too bold in my fashion or my decoration choices. What are we doing in this one again?
I think we have to collect bubbles.
Okay. Oh, we're popping bubbles.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. You pop the bubbles. You need to get 15 of them to pass.
Oh my goodness, pressure's
like.
on.
Yeah.
Also, I know I can't see the chat right now, but if everyone else thinks that my partner and I should redecorate our house in these colors, I would love to see that feedback in the chat. So
Comment a rainbow.
I've just been told it's not a democracy, so I can't make that kind of decision.
Well, if it was a democracy, they wouldn't be able to make that kind of decision either.
Exactly.
Who's paying for this redecoration?
You know, I'm open to whoever wants to, really.
Yeah, get the audience in on it.
Open to
We'll
contributions
make
from
it a
everyone.
-18 fundraising campaign. Absolutely. I'm sure that I won't get told off for that when I go to work.
Hey, you've got
If
to
you're
be
watching, team, I am so sorry.
you've got to be on brand, Ezra. So when people walk into your home, they're like, "Oh yeah, great, -18, perfect."
Maybe I should do it in our -18 brand colors. It is a gorgeous set of colors, and I say that being colorblind. It's absolutely stunning.
So
Our team does a great job.
can you see the colors?
I can.
Yeah.
I just get them confused a lot. So
okay.
I should never be like a bomb disposal expert or anything like that because I will be like, oh, the red wire, and it's actually the green one.
Well, hopefully -18 doesn't have to dispose of any bombs.
We're really hoping not. But they're not exactly going to let me put up Christmas decorations or like queer formal decorations anytime soon because I will not get that right.
So, oh, you both died in that round.
I actually made it through,
Ah,
but
but we've exited. That's okay. We can talk. Oh,
Yeah.
are we playing? I don't know what's going on.
I am now spectating, but we can
I feel
see how far
like
you get, Toby.
yeah, let's go back. Woohoo! Toby's back on. Getting the crown. All right.
oh, this one's scary.
Oh,
There's
no.
3 rhinos trying to knock everyone off, and you obviously don't want to get knocked off. How long have the queer formals been a thing? Been going on?
You know, I'm not sure how long they've been in their present form, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
But parties have been basically like the center of -18 since like day dot.
Yeah.
One of my favorite little things that I did when I first started was I went through our files and I found the archive photos of the old photos of the old parties, some of which predate me, just like full stop, which was an interesting experience for me. But yeah, parties have been a part of -18 and a core part of -18 since it first started. And you can really tell as well when you come to a queer formal, for anyone who's tuning in about thinking about coming to one in 2022. If I could pick anyone to organize like my next birthday party or anything in my life with people there, I would just go to my colleagues. I would just be like, "Help, how do you do
That's
this?"
awesome.
Because it's incredible.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I have been thrown off the map by some angry-looking rhinos.
Oh no! Damn. There's no crown for us this time.
No crown.
Devo. We're jumping into quickfire questions. I love these.
Okay.
Neither of you seem very excited.
No, I was
Oh,
like,
no,
where
of
are we?
course,
What?
excited.
I was still exiting the game. No,
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Very
great.
excited.
Awesome. Thanks for the support. So we're going to be doing a whole heap of quickfire questions in this round. So I'm going to be asking Ezra 10 first up, then Ezra to Toby, and then Toby to myself. And we are going to magically have some appear on the bottom of the screen in about 10 seconds, I reckon. What do you think?
Magic.
3, 2, 1. Quickfire questions.
Oh, that was very well timed.
All right, Ezra, what is your favorite number?
6.
Mine 2. Lucky number.
Right number.
Question 2. Oh, 2. What scares you or what is your phobia?
Wasps, spiders, and snakes, which is really funny that I end up moving to Australia because you have all of them. So many of them.
If you had to choose one, what would you like? If you had to be trapped with one in a cage, what would you be trapped with?
I'm gonna go spider,
Yeah.
like one that's like relatively chill.
No, they're all ferocious.
I feel like tarantulas are okay as long as you don't get up in their business.
Yeah, that's true. I think I would do a spider as well. I feel like, you can kind of maybe get away from them a little bit.
Yeah. Like snakes. I hope.
You're gone. All right, question number 3. What is your favorite animal?
I'm like equal opportunity for cats and dogs.
Yeah.
I grew up with cats and we now have a dog.
Cute. Number 4. Where will be the first place you holiday now that you can travel?
I actually have a holiday booked. I'm going to Singapore in January for a wedding. I'm very excited.
Shut up. That is awesome. Oh, how good. All right, question 5. If you had to dye your hair one color, what color would you dye it?
I'm going to go teal. I really like the color teal.
Can I bring something up?
Go on.
I'm just getting it with my foot.
Gorgeous.
Why didn't we
Love
ship
it.
this to you tonight? You could have worn this tonight.
That would have been amazing.
Seriously, that would have been fantastic. Teal wig on the way. All right. Question 6. If you were a DJ, what would your DJ name be?
This actually came up in like morning team meeting question like a couple of weeks ago, and everyone decided that my DJ name should be DJ Fundraiser because I, fundraising, and I also I'm a great time and I love puns.
I feel like you should shorten that to like DJ Fun D or Funny D or something like that. Give it a bit more like,
fun.
Yeah, fundraiser. All right, question number 7. What is the weirdest thing that you have ever eaten?
I once got served like rooster head while I was on exchange once. Yeah, like deep fried. Very, yeah.
Did you eat it?
It was not a situation where it was polite to say no.
What did it taste like?
You gotta laugh, but like chicken.
Duh.
Makes
I was
sense.
like, yeah, but I expected it to taste really weird, and it was like, oh no, this is like, okay.
Kind of crunchy?
Oh, you didn't eat like the whole head yet, like the crest and stuff. Apologies to anybody who is watching tonight who is vegetarian or vegan, does not eat animal products. I am so sorry for bringing this up.
Or a chicken.
Or if you're a chicken as well, again, I do apologize.
All right, question number 8. What is your pet peeve?
When my dog steals all the duvet cover at night, he's like not big, but yet somehow pulls all of the duvets on a queen size bed, so none of us have anything left.
You gotta love him for that.
I like
though.
that. That's a double whammy. That is a pet and a peeve.
There we go.
Dudunch. Question number 9. If you were to write a book on your life, what would the title be?
I want to say like TBC, like still under construction, because it's still a work in progress. I'm still figuring that out.
I love that. Question number 10. Do you have a pet? If so, what's their name? Well, we know you have a pet.
Yes, I have a dog. His name is Sebi. He is usually asleep behind me, but he left when he realized I was going to be on a video call for like 2 hours. He's like, "No, I'm out of here."
See you later.
Bye.
All right, Ezra, you have 10 questions for Toby.
I do. So, question number 1, drum roll, please. What was the first video game you ever played?
I don't know the very first, but I think it was probably Crash Bandicoot. I think just the original.
Great game.
Yeah,
Great game.
yeah.
Memories. Alrighty. Question 2. What is your all-time favorite game?
My all-time favorite franchise. They're all kind of very similar. But it's Forza Horizon. It's a driving game. You just get to drive all your favorite cars. Really.
I'm not even allowed to drive cars in video games because I'm that bad. Yeah, I don't understand how to steer cars. I'm getting my learners in the next couple of months, though. Just warning anybody in the Greater Melbourne area.
Oh no, my insurance premiums are going to go up.
Alrighty, question number 3 on the same theme. Which game would you like to play but haven't yet?
Oh, that's a really hard one. As a streamer, I've played a lot of games. Probably the original Spyro, but in the original version. I never actually played it.
Oh, that'd be so good. It'd be such a nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
But such a classic. Oh, and question number 4, I guess. We should jump onto that. If you could give me a video game character, who would you be?
Oh, I would be. There's this character. There's a game called Lollipop Chainsaw, and I would be the main character in that. It's just this like high school cheerleader that attacks zombies.
Yes, that is
Wow.
so good.
Oh, that is a career move. Wow. Just processing that. Okay, question number 5. And as a fellow Kiwi, I'm very excited to ask you this. What's better, New Zealand pies or Australian pies?
New Zealand pies, but
What's the
don't ask me what the difference is.
Oh.
I'm just being patriotic, but I have no idea what the difference is.
Okay, on a similar patriotic note then, Marmite or Vegemite?
Marmite. I like both of them, but I think Marmite is superior. And I don't mean
What?
British Marmite, I mean New Zealand Marmite,
Why?
but I think it's better.
I'm concerned.
I remember when the last time the factory closed down for like a month and we had like a national crisis because no one knew how to deal with it. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just delicious.
Does
I think it's just because I was brought up eating it.
yeah? Does the New Zealander Marmite taste like the British Marmite?
No, it's very different.
Is it? Okay. I don't know if
British
I've tried
Marmite,
it.
I don't like.
Yeah. I don't like the
Mm.
British Marmite. I'm gonna have to try some New Zealand stuff.
Yeah, some New Zealand red top Marmite. It's yummy.
Okay.
on a similar, I think this next question might be on a similar Kiwi theme. It's question number 7. Jandals or thongs?
If we're being PG, jandals.
Yeah, that whole thing has always confused me, as well as like the word doona.
Yeah, it's a duvet.
Thank you.
It's definitely a
again,
doona.
I'm gonna get told off for this later on tonight, but that's okay. I'm also getting commentary from the sidelines, but there we go.
I feel outnumbered
we should
here.
Well, I think question 8 might make you feel a little bit better, Dara. We've got
Okay.
a really nice question 8, I think, which is, what's the best thing about living in Australia?
Well, I live in Melbourne, and that's where I've spent most of my time, and I just love how it's just a very creative feeling place. You know, there's so much art everywhere. It's always just very creative feeling and buzzy. I like it.
Yeah, there's always so much going on. I absolutely
Mm.
love it. Yeah, it's a great place. Ooh. But then I guess question 9, what do you miss the most about living in New Zealand, or about New Zealand, I should say?
New Zealand is great, but the main thing I miss is my family. There's not something that is specifically New Zealand that I miss the most. It's just my family.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm very excited to hopefully go back home and see my family as well at some point
Yeah.
in the near future. I know for me, whenever I get off, like when I'm like flying in on like an Air New Zealand flight, they've got like the my keyboard's falling off. Got like, you start hearing things in Tadeo and you see the signs and you hear the Kiwi accents for the first time, and I'm like, oh, I miss this. A great time.
Yeah,
All right.
I love the cold there as well, which is weird. I don't know why, but I just love how cold it is.
I have to admit, I don't like the cold. As anyone who knows me will attest, it is not a thing I am okay with. I am much more of a hot weather person, um, which is partly why I moved to Australia. Although I moved to Melbourne, which, in
Yeah,
hindsight,
Melbourne
I don't know
is
what I
just
was
as
doing.
cold as
Like,
New
I
Zealand,
love Melbourne,
surely.
right? It's literally like the same temperature most of the time. Um,
Yeah.
I guess I've got one more question, and I apologize. I have not been firing these quickly at all.
Doesn't matter.
It's all good. If your dogs could talk, what's the first thing you'd ask them?
I'd ask them what game they want to stream. I'm making money here.
Yes.
I'm putting you to work.
Exactly. Are you living in my house rent free? You can do some streaming.
Oh, that TikTok is so funny. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a TikTok where it's like, this person has been living in my house rent free, not doing any chores, not helping, and then it like pans to the dog, and the dog's lying there like this. True
I
though.
keep thinking, like, my dogs used to have an Instagram account, but it's lapsed, and I need to get back onto that and get some sponsorship going.
Do you want to give it a plug?
I genuinely can't remember what it is.
Okay, don't give
Well,
it
if you
a
want to
plug.
see my dogs, it's Teddy and Fredo on Instagram.
Woohoo! Give it a plug. All right, 10 questions. Come at me.
All right. Question number 1. What is your most memorable set that you have performed?
There's quite a few. I think one of the most memorable sets would be one of the first, which I played actually at Your Shot, which was 10 years ago. I had only just learned to DJ and I was performing in front of hundreds of people and my hands were literally shaking like this because I was so nervous. But apart from that, I definitely think that one of my favorite places to perform at is a club called EOS in Greece, and it's just crazy. Every year I play there in summer, obviously, except for last year. And it's this epic beach club on the beach with, thousands of pumped up young people just having the best time.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. All right. Question 2. What non-vegan foods do you miss/wish were vegan?
So I don't really wish anything like that isn't, like, I can kind of eat anything I want. There's always a vegan alternative, if that makes sense. But a non-vegan food that I miss is cheese. I was a big cheesy person. I really loved my cheese. And although there are really beautiful vegan cheeses out there, it's A, hard to find them, and B, getting it spot on is tough. So I'm excited to see what food tech does in the next few years, because I reckon we're going to have some really epic vegan cheeses. But that's the main thing I miss.
Makes total sense. All right. Number 3. Where was the first place you visited at the end of lockdown?
My family. They're still in Sydney, but, we couldn't even, go and see them. So
Yeah.
it was really nice to see my mum and my dad and their dog and Scott, my partner's parents as well. It's pretty crazy being in the same city as your family and not being able to see them. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. But then in regards to traveling now, I don't know where I'm going to go next. Obviously, there's a few places in Australia that I'm touring, but overseas, I'm not quite sure. Maybe a
Yeah.
holiday to Fiji's on the cards. I feel like that would be really nice.
Ooh.
Like the rest of Australia.
All right. Question number 4. How many years have you been working with JBL?
So I kind of get confused about this. I think it's 5. It's coming up to 5 anyway. Yep. 5 best years of my life, baby.
Love that. All right. Number 5. Name a guilty pleasure.
Listening to Michael Bublé Christmas carols. They're on at the start of October all the way through till the end of February. Don't at me.
Start of October.
Yep. I'm not even
All right.
kidding you either.
I see. I don't know if I could handle that.
My partner is not anti-Christmas, but he's just like not really into it. And lately he's been coming home and it's either Michael Bublé Christmas carols on, or I have this kind of like Buddhist meditation chant hymn sound bath thing playing, depending on what mood I'm feeling, festive or healing. And he just walks in like, what is this? What's going on?
All right, question number 6. If you could master any instrument, what would it be?
I have had dreams of playing the harp. I think that would be a really beautiful instrument to master. I can play piano. I used to play trombone. I did like trombone for all through high school and for my HSC and loved it. But I feel like there'd be something really magical about sitting there being able to play the harp.
I totally agree. I think
Yeah.
that would be amazing. All right, question number 7. What are some dream venues or places that you would love to perform?
Yeah, I think right now it's just all the festivals overseas. I love playing in Italy. I've got a really beautiful following in Italy. Shout out if you're watching this from Italy. And I always feel like it's home or like my second home when I go there. So I am scheduled to go back to Europe next year in the summer. So I think for me, that's going to be my highlight.
That sounds amazing. All right, question number 8. Spell your name backwards.
ARAD.
Okay. Okay.
That was easy.
You can take it. You can take it. Question number 9. Oh, what color is my Fall Guys character?
Rainbow mohawk, white
yeah,
skin, yellow egg.
Getting all of it. Love it. We could have just said one color. You got all of them. All right. Last question. What question number are we up to?
30.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Yes, just in time for another round of Fall Guys. That was great. I love quick fire questions. I feel like they're really fun.
Yeah, so much fun.
Okay, what are we playing this time? Seesaw.
All right, so this one, gravity is in play.
Oh.
Physics, everything.
Uh-oh.
The platforms, if there's more people on one side, it'll tip to that side.
Gotcha.
Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
I just fell down straight away.
I fell. I was straight through the middle.
I don't want to brag, but I am in first place.
Are you kidding me?
Which
Toby,
I guess
you are
is
so
saying
good.
that I do want to brag.
It's
okay.
okay. It's a humble brag. It's
Well, I don't know how humble I am.
Fuck me either.
Oh, it's much easier when you're by yourself. And there, like, I mean, there
that is
aren't
true.
people on the seesaw things.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about people seemingly not understanding how physics work.
Oh, go! Yes. How do I tell what place I'm in?
It doesn't tell you what place you're in. It's just a matter of getting to the end in time.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I was straight off the edge.
Oh, Ezra, I'm right behind you. Oh, and I'm straight off the edge.
Oh my god!
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. My adrenaline is pumping.
Oh, I'm so awake. Apologies.
Gaming will do that to you.
Really well. I usually have a little bit of a rule around like screen time, like an hour to an hour and a half before bedtime. I fail every single time. I just
Hey, at least the intention's there.
exactly. I think that my sleep pattern should be determined on my intentions rather than my actions.
That would be a dream.
Right? I intend to get a good night's sleep. Therefore,
Oh! I just got knocked off.
oh no!
Oh no.
No! Thank you to whoever ran the other way and then let me hop up. That's good.
Oh, shivers.
Oh, sugar! I made it through. Ha!
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I'm definitely not going to make it.
It's all right. You're just having a leisurely stroll.
Meanwhile, my thumbs are hurting from pressing the key so hard.
Gotta do those thumb workouts.
Just get very, very small dumbbells. It's about doing well.
Are you both through?
I got through.
I did not get through.
Toby.
It's okay, whatever comes next will probably knock me out. Let's be real honest. If it involves maths or
Rhinos.
anything like that.
I was doing great before we went live. I don't know what happened.
Everyone, before we went live, Toby was smashing it.
They're not gonna believe you.
Toby paid me to
They've
say
seen
that.
me live not smashing it.
Team tail tag. All right, Ezra, do you know how to play this one?
I don't, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Epic.
There is a collection. There is a bunch of tails, and you have to grab the tail off someone that has a tail if you don't have a tail. And at the end, you want to be on the team that has the most tails.
Where do they come up with these concepts? Like, I really want to be in the room where they, like, create these ideas because, like, the imagination in this space.
It's incredible.
No, I'm not stealing my tail. I got a tail. I started with a tail.
Ezra, I can't see you. Where are you?
I am...
Are you the little blue monkey?
No, I am the orange. I think I'm orange. Colorblind. This is not a good time.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah, we're watching Ezra. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're orange with a little blonde tail. There you go. Go, go, go. Uh-oh, you lost your tail.
I am...
Hey, there's someone with a crown. Winner.
They're showing us what we haven't been able to achieve.
Come here. No, you.
Ezra, I'm laughing because I can picture you running with your hands out like, give me the tail, give me the tail.
Oh, look, as anyone who knows me will absolutely attest, me whenever there's like food out or like snacks or anything like that, it's grabby hands for sure. Like it's I would like to say.
You got a tail.
I did.
Did
you
you get
just
through?
get through?
I did.
Nice.
Woo!
And my character is very impressed with himself.
So cool. Yeah, there's the...
Right, there's 23 left.
Okay.
So there's probably a couple games left. Is this the furthest that we've got so far on the stream?
Yeah, I think it is. No pressure or anything, Ezra. This is the one we were playing this before. Where everyone has to jump up on the box to get over. I think it's the music that does it for me, that gets me going. It's like...
the music's great.
It's intense. Adrenaline. All right, Ezra, where are you?
I am still back at the start.
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to grab a box, and then realized that like other people had already done that, so I didn't need to.
Oh, do you know how to climb the walls?
Oh wait, is there a thing? Is it the A button?
So you jump and then you hold the trigger, the right trigger, and that will put your arms out to grab the wall. And then you just push forward and it'll bring you up.
Oh my
If you
God.
can reach it.
What? How do-
Yes. Go, Ezra. That was so good.
I can do this. I can do this.
You can. Push that box.
Again, I'm getting sass from my partner in the other room who's pointing out that now I finally know what it's like to be short. I would like to point out to everyone that I am incredibly nice to my partner about the height, and I am never mean about it.
Ezra, how tall
although
are
this
you?
feels like a very intense version of like a performance review right now. Like, this is, I'm being monitored and judged by a lot of people.
Ezra, are you tall and is your partner short?
Yes. I mean, yeah, I'm just under literally just under 6 foot, and my partner is shorter than that.
Shorter than that. I love that.
Yeah,
Very polite.
I have my
That's
moments.
you sound like a politician.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. I am now eliminated.
Oh,
Sorry, folks.
uh-oh.
Nice try, nice try.
I was never very good at that in PE, so like, not surprised.
I feel like I was much better at things in real life. Like I was better at PE than PE on the screen, you know?
Yeah, that's
Lack of,
fair. I was the opposite.
yeah. Well, you're killing it now. I'm getting knocked out in round one. All right.
So am I.
Hey, not before, remember? Remember?
Yeah, exactly. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
The bits that no one saw, I was great.
Trust me, everyone. um, okay, so Toby, a lot has changed for trans awareness, especially in the last couple of years. Obviously, Minus 18 is doing such an epic job with empowering youth and amplifying their voices. How would like a community like Minus 18 have helped you in your coming out and trans journey?
Well, just having somewhere that was, providing schools with resources to educate and, to educate on these really difficult topics. And also the matter of having a place to go where you can meet other queer people without it being a queer bar or a queer club. It's really hard, especially when you're young or when you're like me and someone that doesn't drink, doesn't, I don't go out clubbing and things like that. It can make it really hard to meet other people and, express your like pride for this community without putting yourselves in those places.
Absolutely.
So I think
And
it's really cool to have that community there.
totally. And when there are environments that are fueled with alcohol, the vibe is often really different and there,
Yeah.
is higher risks of danger and, a whole heap of bad stuff can kind of go down, which, it definitely does. So I love that, it is a safe space that is alcohol and drug free. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and just having a platform that has, all this advice for you and all this information for you. It's awesome to not have to scour the internet to find all these different sources to educate you when you can just, find a couple places that have so much that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about this before about how great the Minus 18 Instagram was and how I found it personally really helpful. But I wanted to ask for allies, what is something that they can do to support you and or another trans person or the trans community at large?
I think that it's nice to just show your support in any way. Just show that um, you are comfortable with these things because often the hardest part about being trans, especially going through the school system and stuff like that, is just not knowing who's the right people to talk to about it and who you can go to for advice or even just to vent and have someone that you know is not going to judge you for things that you shouldn't really be judged for. So just having some way of expressing that, yeah, you are an ally and you are happy to support people that are going through this human thing.
Absolutely. As much as I feel like social media has like so many negative impacts, I can imagine, say, at school, for example, if, people in your year were posting maybe something that, Minus 18 has on their website, like some of the social media support, or even just kind of talking about it a bit more, I'm sure you would have definitely felt much more comfortable to speak to them about hardships you were going through or things that you were kind of facing. Whereas if people aren't, I suppose, saying, hi, I'm an ally, I'm here to support and give you lots of love, then it's kind of hard to know who to talk to.
Definitely. I mean, you don't know until you talk to someone about it often how they're going to react to when you talk to them about it. Even your closest friends, you probably, a lot of people have never had the conversation of gender, and it can just be such a frightening experience. Are they going to dislike me after this? Are they going to have negative emotions towards me? All these things that can put you off from talking about it with even the closest people in your life. So just having something that shows that you are an ally and that you are supportive can just make it so much easier for those people that are close to you and people that even aren't.
I changed my Instagram to have my pronouns in my bio, and I felt like that was something really cool that I can do to kind of say I'm an ally and have a rainbow in my bio as well. I just feel like, even that's a really small change. Like my partner asked me why I put she, her in my bio, but I said, I know it might not mean much, but to me, it kind of signals that, I'm an ally and I'm recognizing that pronouns are important and these are mine. And so I think maybe
Yeah.
just even small things like that, people can, put their pronouns in their bio. And yeah, that's epic.
Yeah, it's just this small little sign of hope for some people.
Totally, totally. All right, Ezra, can we get hit with some hard statistics, please? I know obviously minus 18 does epic work, as we've been talking about on this stream, but do you have some stats that you could kind of speak to us about?
Definitely. We love getting data at minus 18. We love keeping track of how we're performing and how many people we've supported and how many people we've reached and impacted. Um, so since 2011, for instance, we've had, I think, over 70,000 queer young people come to our events, which is incredible. Over 36,000 people have participated in inclusion training, so one of our workshop offerings, and over 4 million people have accessed the free digital resources and education available on our website. Um, and we measure the impact that we have in our different spaces as well. So we know that, like, on average, 96% of young people who come to our events say that minus 18 helped them to be their true selves, and 73% of young people said they make a new friend at one of our events. And 90% of high school students who access our workshops feel more confident standing up to LGBTQI plus, like queerphobic or transphobic bullying after a minus 18 workshop as well.
That is so awesome. So, obviously, you've spoken about the workshops and the queer formal. What other programs are in place at minus 18 to support like amazing stats like this?
Yeah, so because like the first thing that we have is really our workshops, our education offerings, and we do those in schools and in workplaces, and including in schools, we do those for LGBTQI plus, like, young people as well specifically. We also have our young leaders program for people who are sort of moving out of the event space and that age demographic, so 18 to 25-year-olds who are looking to really sort of um, get the best knowledge they can on their careers, on their future path, on skills, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really exciting. It's an inaugural year this year, and it's going really, really well. And like I say, obviously, there's heaps and heaps of resources available on social media and on our website. For anyone looking for more immediate support, I will also say that there are other organizations that we're so supportive of, like Q Life, Beyond Blue. For instance, if you need support now and you need to talk to someone now, and Q Life in particular, which is LGBTQI plus specific in its support, absolutely recommend reaching out to them. And I know in the chat this evening we've had a few people asking some questions around immediate support. So if you do feel like you need that support, absolutely please go and reach out to the organization or relevant organization as well.
Yeah, amazing. So, I remember at high school, we had one amazing woman who was, really outgoing and just wanted to change the world and still is changing the world. And she organized Wear It Purple Day to be, active and happening at our school with the help of her mums, which was so cool. They were always really active and, at the school with purple gear, flags, ribbons. It was really great. And for me, that was a real showcase that one person can have a massive impact on a whole school of, 1,500 people. But I would like to ask you, some advice for change makers, some advice for, young people that want to make a difference, whether it's in their school or the university, or maybe it's just their friendship group.
Oh my gosh, there's so many ways, and this is the amazing thing about, like, the world we live in now, and the digital age, is all of those barriers have been broken down to being able to get amongst and do stuff yourself. So the area I work in particular, like I mentioned earlier, is fundraising. Um, and it's so easy to set up something like a fundraiser now, and put up like rainbows and trans flags and everything everywhere, be it digitally or in person, and encouraging people to donate and reaching heaps and heaps of people, not just in your circle but beyond, um, and spreading the message of inclusion and acceptance and understanding while you're doing that. And that's a really great example of how one person's actions can leverage and really move into like this much bigger space. Um, and as I always say, when anyone ever reaches out to me about fundraising or supporting us, um, it's first of all, it's not about the money. Obviously, like revenue is really important to organizations like Planet 18 to help us keep doing the work we do and keep the things that we deliver free for young people. But it's also the impact of taking a stand and saying something and being visible. It's an incredible way to do that. So there are heaps and heaps of resources on the Minus 18 website. You can also get in touch with me. If you're keen to do something right now, because we're in the middle of Trans Awareness Week, you can head over to our website, and there'll be a QR code pop up on screen in a second. There it is. And you can go and download our Trans Awareness Week toolkit. It's absolutely not too late to go and have a look at that. It's packed full of really great ideas of things you can do for Trans Awareness Week. And it was written when we were still coming out of lockdown. So it's really got stuff that's, you don't need to have 10 planning meetings and have a huge in-person bonanza to be able to do something. It's meant to be agile, it's meant to be flexible and help you make an incredible impact at the drop of a hat. So absolutely check it out. And if you want to get in touch with us, there's a contact form on our website as well. So you can definitely reach out to us.
That's epic. Before we jump into Fall Guys round, or our final round actually, I just feel like saying that in line with what you've just been speaking about, Ezra, like the young people are definitely the change makers. And I feel like this JBL series, Change Makers, is just so apt because they are the people that are speaking up and saying, this is not okay. This is how I want it to be. This is how, I want us to treat our environment. This is how I want to be addressed. And I am very excited because, yeah, there's just going to be some real epic changes in our society and definitely here in Australia as well. And I know, big changes do take time, but I think that if there is a generation that's going to do it, it's them.
100%. I'm always blown away when I get to interact with young people at Minus 18 events, either online or one time it's happened so far, and I'm excited for more in person. And I'm sure there are plenty of young people tuning in this evening, and I just want to say you're all incredible. And you inspire all of us to do the work that we do, and we have absolute faith in you. Yeah, you're gonna do great stuff.
And
you already are.
Yeah, you're doing great already. I feel like as well after like COVID and lockdown, after really hard, difficult periods often comes a period of real brilliance and sunshine and creativity and passion. And it is a very exciting time because I think so many people have been, trapped or stuck and not feeling like they can meet, fellow queer people or go out and be themselves. So I'm very excited that, 2022 is going to bring a whole lot of that.
For sure.
Amen.
The queer formals are going to be packed.
They will be. They'll be COVID safe, but they will be packed.
Yeah.
And you'll have a great
in a
time.
COVID safe way. Sorry.
Totally fine.
All right, we are jumping into Night Fever. Ooh, Toby, any advice? Ezra, have you played this one before?
The new one.
I don't know much about this one. This is one of the new ones.
Okay.
It does have rainbow flags, I saw though, so that's positive.
Look, just
Nice.
follow everyone else, and I feel like that'll be good.
That's always the way.
Yeah. Don't get chopped. Oh no.
This reminds me of playing Skyrim back in the day. Back in the day, where you're going through the dungeons and they've got like the traps, and like it's really intimidating at first, and then you just realize you have to stand there until it's like disappeared, and then you're like, and go. I say this having
All
just
that
fallen
timing.
off. Exactly. I say this having fallen off 3 times in the last like 30 seconds.
I'm struggling to talk because I'm concentrating so hard.
It's hard.
I really want to do well this round. No.
Pep talking myself here.
You can do it. You can do it. Uh-oh. Oh no.
All right, I've made it through.
Have you?
You guys got this.
Oh, Toby,
Yeah.
you are so good.
I've had a lot more experience.
You know what? I'm doing pretty well. I'm almost at the
Nice.
end. What do I do now?
Good to hear.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
and through
Oh.
the middle I went. I'm just going for it.
Okay. Oh no.
Yep. Oh no, I'm out.
Oh no.
Devo. This is so
All right,
stressful.
let's see what the next round holds. There's just so many people. It was so much easier when it was just a few of us.
I know. Is it possible to have like a little room with just 3 of us playing? I feel like that would be great. Next
I
time.
think it has to have like, a few more.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think it was 4 or
60.
5. I think
Yeah,
was the
okay.
minimum.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the rhino one again.
Oh
Uh-oh.
gosh. Well, I'm out for the count, so like, good luck, team. Good luck.
All right. Look for my little hatching unicorn.
Where are you? You are there. Oh, you're right at the front. Go, Toby. Ah, I see what people are doing. They're like jumping on the lily pads to try and like get away from the rhinos.
Yeah, the lily pads will throw you around. You just gotta hope it throws you in a good spot.
Yeah, and not into a rhino.
Ah! Oh, well, it threw me into the water.
Oh no! Are you gone?
I am gone.
Oh. Devo. No crowns for us today, unfortunately.
No crowns.
Well, we definitely gave it our best effort.
Yeah.
I definitely should have practiced a little bit more.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah,
I could
seriously.
have been doing a couple of hours a day, like on the afternoon during work. I'm sure they wouldn't have minded.
Shh.
For my
So
boss, if you're watching, I did not practice during work hours. I was doing work.
definitely did not practice during work hours. So I suppose we're kind of wrapping up now. I want to say a massive thank you to both of you. But I just want to, before we wrap up, say a massive thanks to JBL as well. They're so incredible. Music is just the most incredibly powerful tool which allows us and everyone to explore and express and affirm individuality. And I think music is such a beautiful tool that brings people together from all different walks of life. JBL is obviously very proud to launch the CHANGEMAKER series, which we have just kicked off to a great start today. Thank you, both of you. The CHANGEMAKER series celebrates and encourages diversity and inclusion of all people. So we, being us and JBL, unite in support of the LGBTQIA+ community and, of course, Trans Awareness Week. And on behalf of JBL, I am very honoured to make a donation of $10,000 to -18 to celebrate and support Trans Pride and to facilitate the workshops and amplify all the amazing voices in this community. So big thank you to JBL. We officially have a woohoo!
Oh my gosh, look at that!
Hey! $10,000 check!
Gorgeous!
Woo!
There's things popping up over here. I'm very excited.
Did it work?
No,
The check looks amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty incredible, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's stunning.
$10,000. And there goes the popper. Thank you so
I don't
much.
think anybody's sleeping in our household tonight. Oh my God.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Ezra, so much. It's been such a pleasure.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
thank you so much.
For everyone who is watching, you can obviously rewatch this on Toby's Twitch channel and on any of the JBL pages, or find all the JBL socials: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Cool.
Yeah, thanks so much to JBL and -18 for raising awareness. I had an amazing time, and thanks to Dara for being an awesome opponent and ally. And it's just been so much fun. I've had a great time, and you did an awesome job hosting this.
I will absolutely second that. Thank you both so much for taking the time to hang out this evening. It has been incredible, and thank you so much to JBL for this amazing, really, really impactful donation. It's going to help us so much. It will help us continue to deliver the work that we do, our workshops, particularly making sure we continue to deliver those at an affordable level for schools, keeping our events free, and keeping our resources online, accessible, and free as well. Contributions like JBL's are a huge part of helping us continue to do the work that we do. And we're so excited to be working with JBL. We're really hopeful to continue doing this in the future. I'm sure we'll have many more good times together. And if I can find a way for work to give me an opportunity to keep doing this with the both of you in the future, I will absolutely do that. This has been so much fun.
I promise that next time my skills on Fall Guys will be better.
We're both going to go into a 12-month training program. It's going to happen.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you so much, Toby. Thank you, Ezra. And thank you to everyone who is watching at home. We love you. We appreciate you. Big thank you to JBL and to -18. You absolutely rock. And we'll see you next time.